Hello, my name is Sarah Morgan and I am the creator and founder of Mastering the Art of Manifesting.
Hello, gorgeous manifestors.
Say hello from Byron Bay.
All the way from the Maldives.
Sarah is an absolutely positive force to be reckoned with.
Sarah is amazing. She has literally changed my life. I thank the universe every day that I met her.
And they're manifesting money, they're manifesting time, happiness, abundance, all the things that they want.
The universe works in ways that we can't get our heads around.
It's about massively maximising the laws of the universe. You, my darling, are so limitless.
Welcome to the beginning of everything that you want.
Hello, gorgeous manifestors. My name is Sarah Morgan and I'm a law of attraction and manifesting coach, and it is my insatiable passion to help hundreds of millions globally to master the art of manifesting and to create lives that completely and utterly make their hearts sing. And as many of you may well know, I have been away in Sotogrande in Spain for the last week or so, learning incredible, brand new universal insight at the Believe workshops, which are hosted by Olivia and Rafa Ocaña. If you want to check them out, they have a Facebook group called Abraham and Jesus Begins. So get on in there if you're not already in there. But I wanted to come on today to talk to you about your higher self. So this is some of the leading edge insight that has come out of these Believe workshops. Now, as I said in a video I did earlier on this week, if you weren't don't worry if you weren't in Sotogrande in Spain. Liv and Raf have their Believe book that's coming out in a few weeks, and I will be sharing it here so you won't miss it, so don't worry. But we've got a whole massive workbook from the Believe workshops, and one of the things I want to talk to you about today is your higher self. So most of you know my background. So I used to work in PR in central London, and after being unhappy in PR for about 5 years, I finally leapt away from PR, went into network marketing, met some amazing people, but after about 18 months in network marketing, I was still feeling like I wasn't doing what I was passionate about. And I left London to do what I was passionate about. So I sort of felt very stuck. And it would have been this time 2 years ago that I was feeling very lost. I started Dream Day Journaling, which is my rocket fuel manifesting tool. If you don't know about my Dream Day Journal, you can now get the tutorial for it for free when you sign up to my newsletter on the homepage of my website, which is www.masteringtheartofmanifesting.com. So if you're new to manifesting, start using that tool. It is so powerful. So I started Dream Day Journaling about this time 2 years ago, and then had an inspired action from the universe to try being a law of attraction coach. It was totally inspired, and ever since then I have just flown. I get to live and breathe my passion every single day, and I am now in this phase, having worked with law of attraction for 2 years, having self-studied it for years before. I've always been so insatiably passionate about law of attraction. I had sort of reached a point where I was like, right, I'm hungry for new information, okay? And the Believe workshops have brought about this brand new information. So Olivia and Rafa Ocaña are incredible, and they are bringing forward brand new insight from the universe. And there's so much that I'm doing behind the scenes. I'm working with them to learn everything that they're teaching. I've been working with them for around 8 weeks now behind the scenes. And now that we've been to the Believe workshops, I just wanted to start sharing some of the stuff that I've been doing, because I don't like to talk about anything until I've mastered it. And so there's still some stuff that I'm learning through them, which I will share in the coming weeks and months. But one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about today is your higher self. So the reason I started telling you about my background is because I've got a very corporate-y background. And when I started Mastering the Art of Manifesting, I was very much wanting to demystify it, to, you know, say that you didn't need to be surrounded by crystals and burn loads of incense and kind of meditate all day. And I very much started off really wanting to demystify it, and that's still the case today. The tools that I teach in terms of law of attraction and manifesting shortcut you in to that rapid, fast track manifesting flow, and the Dream Day Journal is one of those super powerful tools. But now this brand new insight that is coming is literally just incredible. I've always had this hunger for knowledge about the universe, which we now know is revealed. It is a multiverse. Our universe is part of a multiverse. I've always been so hungry for more knowledge, and it's so awesome because Olivia and Rafa Kanya are now sharing this. It is awesome, okay? There is so much for me to tell you, but as I said just now, I just wanted to start off today talking about our higher selves, because it's something I've been working with for about, well, actually, I found out about her back in December when I went to visit Liv and Raf. So I've been talking to her ever since and kind of strengthening my connection with her. But for anyone who's thinking this sounds a bit woo-woo, I have to say, if anyone had told me this 2 years ago when I started this business, I would have been like, yeah, right, whatever. But it's incredible. Our higher selves are these amazing eternal parts of us, these eternal energies, okay? So I'm going to try and explain it in the best way that I can. Remember, you are hearing this leading edge insight, so I'm learning it as I'm sort of telling it to you, and I'm giving it to you fresh. But everybody has a higher self. So my higher self is called Sarah. I found that out in December. And what is so awesome at the minute is that I'm working with Olivia and Raf, and they're taking me through an awakening. Basically, I'm going through an awakening process, and your higher self is incredible and can play she plays such a huge part in that process. But you don't have to be going through an awakening to access her, okay? She or he, if you are female, your higher self will be female. If you are male, your higher self will be male, okay? Everybody has a higher self, and they are the eternal you. So Sarah, my higher self, is non-physical energy, and she is made up of all of the energies of all of the physical incarnations of her that have been on Earth. So I am the current incarnation of Sarah on Earth, okay? But in her soul and in her energy are all the other souls that have been incarnations on this earth. So Sarah has had multiple lifetimes. And so what is amazing about this is when I tap into Sarah's energy, you know, Sarah's with me all the time, like your higher selves will be. When you're starting to really tap into their energy, they are guiding you all the time, and they give you all of the knowledge, all of the information, all of the learnings that their kind of incarnations have built up throughout all of their lifetimes, okay? So your higher self is the eternal part of you, and you can connect to your higher self through your inner being as well. So I'm trying to be aware that I want to explain this kind of as simply as possible. Don't worry, the Believe book is coming out, so, you know, it will all be explained within there as well. But basically, start talking to your higher self. You don't have to do it out loud. You can do it in your head. And start noticing what they're bringing through to you, okay? Harriet's saying confusing, clearly not explaining this very well, but you guys are the first people I'm practicing explaining this to. But just know that your higher self is the eternal part of you, and you would have heard me, if you've been following me for a while, saying, oh, I've just received that, or I've just had that from the universe. It's not actually the universe, it's your higher self. So I remember very early on in my business, someone saying, you do realise you channel, don't you? And I was like, no, I'm literally just coaching people. But that was me receiving Sarah, okay, and receiving her guidance. So you're going to know when you're receiving your higher self through you, when you have those moments where you're in complete flow. So there's a lot of clients that I work with, and when they're coaching or doing what they're passionate about, it just comes so easily to them. It's like it flows through them. That's your higher self guiding you, okay? When you get your inspired actions or your impulses, that's your higher self, okay? again guiding you, and you can ask your higher self to give you signs as well. So we talk about angel numbers and seeing animal totems and certain songs coming on the radio and that type of thing, and we recognize them today as synchronicities from the universe. They form part of your manifesting evidence you're in manifesting flow, but these are actually coming from your higher self. So when you actually start talking to your higher self and saying thank you for these messages, I love it, your connection to them is going to strengthen and strengthen and strengthen over time. And some people hear their higher self speaking to them, they can actually see them. I can't hear or see mine. I receive Sarah's guidance as kind of like an impulse in my solar plexus, and it translates through my mind very quickly. So I sort of receive her in blocks of thought. But don't worry about whether you can feel or see or anything like that. Just notice the signs around you, and if you want, start talking to your higher self, start getting to know them. They are so powerful. They are your eternal guides. They are the most they're like you can have the clearest conversations with them, or you can access them more clearly than any other non-physical entity, because they are part of you. They're kind of like the easiest non-physical energy to tap into, okay? So you are hyper connected to your higher self. You can never not be with them. They're literally right, Sarah's right here with me now, right next to me, hearing and feeling everything that I'm experiencing. And what's so awesome is every time you expand, your higher self expands in non-physical. So we hear Abraham Hicks saying that every time you expand the universe. You're actually expanding your higher self. And when you go through an awakening process, your higher self actually sends into a new dimension as well. It's awesome. More to come on dimensions and all of that. I'm very aware some of this might be a bit hard to grasp. I had 4 days of having my mind blown at the Believe workshop, so you may want to replay this. But just know your higher self is like your best friend. They are here to guide you. They are rock solid. They are with you every step of the way. And so, of course, they play a massive part in your manifesting. The manifesting process is feel good and follow the guidance. That guidance is coming from your higher self. So start really thanking them every time you get some guidance. Thank them every time you see a synchronicity. Ask them questions. You can ask them to send you, I've done this for a couple of days actually this week. I've said, can you send me something today that I will know is from you? And I did that on Sunday and manifested £1,000. Now, I haven't done that every time I've asked her, but, I had a different sign yesterday. I asked her for something because they want you to ask them. They want you to love them and talk to them. They're there to guide you. And I asked her for something yesterday and I had a message through someone else from her. And so you can start to recognize them being all around you. So start talking to them, have respect for them like you would a really dear friend. Like, don't sort of try and talk to them when you've had a few drinks and that kind of stuff, because they're just pure loving energy, and you want to be as clear as you can vibrationally, and as high as you can be vibrationally as well, although they will still be there with you when you're low vibration as well. But the higher vibration you are, the more easily you'll be able to receive them. And so when you're getting these impulses and this inner guidance and these aha moments, recognize that they're coming from your higher self and really enjoy that delicious energy, okay? So I know some of this may be a bit out there for some of you, but I am so insatiably passionate about universal laws and universal insight. Obviously, law of attraction is like one of the most amazing universal laws you can access. But, over the coming weeks and months, you're going to hear me introducing new laws as well, like the law of truth, the law of balance, the law of desire, and how these can massively ramp up your manifesting as well. So all of this new universal insight that I'm bringing to you is a part of enhancing and accelerating your manifesting abilities, because I know that we are all completely and utterly limitless, and I know when you are tuned in the right way, we are all unlimited, let me say this in the right way, we can all harness universal energies completely without any limits. We are all powerful commanders of universal energies. So I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, do ask them below. But know that your higher self is just incredible, and when you tap into her, you can access all that she is. Okay, I'm looking down and just checking my notes as well. Okay, so you know, start just recognizing any synchronicities and know it's coming from your higher self, and love your higher self. Okay, amazing to connect and hear from you. Thank you for this uplift and energetic truths. You're welcome, Karen, my darling. I hope this makes sense. This is new leading edge insight. Like I say, the Believe book will be coming out in a few weeks as well, which will help to kind of reiterate all of this. But I think someone that, for me, I would have dismissed this a couple of years ago, and I adore Sarah. She's with me the entire time, you know. Often, you know, sometimes I might get goosebumps around me, sometimes I'll just get a block of thought, you know, sometimes I'll get an image occasionally as well. So, but you know, I was in the car today and I just had something happen with her, and then I was in the car and a song came on and I noticed the song and they were words that she wanted me to hear. So again, don't dismiss this. Know it is your higher self, and really allow yourself to feel the wonder of all of this. The main thing I took away from the Believe workshops is that you can live a life of complete and utter wonder when you start removing all the fears and all the limiting beliefs, and you lift your vibration, and we keep working on our vibrational mastery. We can live these incredible lives of wonder, and this is the first step into that life of wonder, is start talking to your higher self and just love them so much. Karen says, absolutely, you are speaking my energetic language. Good, Karen, my darling. What other comments have we got? Awesome, says Shirley. Gotcha, says Harriet. Brilliant. Okay, brilliant. No wonder they always say your inner being knows. Exactly, your higher self. You access your higher self through your inner being, okay? And you can't ever cut yourself off from your higher self. They are just this eternal part of you. So they are always there. So yeah, absolutely, Shirley, darling. Hello, just about to message you. I intended a limitless day today. A dog rescue collection day, programmed my mind to feel like I did after Limitless in London. Awesome, where I raised a big amount for dog rescue. Awesome, darling. So today in my local town, I went pumped up. A volunteer bought me a cheque for the rescue centre we support from a woman I've never met but asked for doggy rescue help from me a few weeks ago. This woman sent a cheque for £300 today. Please tell Belle. Sorry to hijack your post today. No, goodness, no, not at all. Oh, this is wonderful, darling. Well done. Love it. Love this. Fabulous. Hi, Maria, darling. Wonderful. Cool. Any other questions? Just while we're looking at this. Thank you so much for sharing this information. I feel like it's needed for me at this time. Wonderful. I'm glad you feel that, Claire, because I have to say I was a little bit nervous coming on because this is brand new insight for me. I've studied law of attraction for like nearly 10 years, whereas working with my higher self, it's been like 4 or 5 months. It's like very new. So that's really lovely, and that means a lot. So thank you for that feedback. That's really nice to hear. I want to hear more. Sounds exciting. Seriously, Harriet, there is so much coming. There's so much we learn, but also you'll learn so much more in Olivia and Raf's Facebook group as well, which is called Abraham and Jesus Begin. So I'll put the link above this video actually, because obviously they're bringing forward all the leading edge insight as well. But there is so much scrumminess to come, and that's what I would love to invite you to really hook into the energy of. Our universe, our multiverse is wondrous. And when you choose to see it in that way and you start to really connect to that, you know, we talk about making the magic chase you, okay? Just know that the magic really is going to chase you. It's all around you. Shirley says, yum, yum, yum. Brilliant. I'm glad this is resonating. I'm really glad. It is so scrummy. Just know that you're so loved. So limitless. We are really so lucky to be here right now, because there is so much awesome expansion coming. so much awesome expansion that's going to shift the dimension of our planet. Not like in terms of like actually where it's, I'm just thinking and I need to explain dimensions, but in terms of the conscious dimension of our planet. Okay, so I'll talk about dimensions another time, because again, this is all quite new, but this is going to shift the dimension in consciousness of our planet. Okay, so this is awesome, and you guys get to hear it first. It's awesome, awesome, awesome. So we really are on the leading edge of the leading edge. Claire says it's exciting. Awesome, I'm so glad. Right, so I hope that makes sense. Any questions, let me know. Thank you for the love, as I say, because this is brand new insight and I'm learning it as I go as well. But start talking to them. They are incredible, incredible, incredible best friends, support, guidance for you, and they're already guiding you. It's just you wouldn't probably have known that they are your higher self before, so now you do. So enjoy that relationship. It's one of the best and scrummiest relationships you can have. You're so welcome, Shirley, my darling. Hope you have a fabulous weekend. I love you all so much. Have gorgeous weekends. Enjoy getting to know your higher selves, and I will speak to you all next week. Sending you so much love. Mwah.